The independent TD Stephen Donnelly is withdrawing from the Oireachtas banking inquiry following the government's move to retain an overall majority on the committee. Mr Donnelly accused the Taoiseach of subverting the democratic process by adding 2 government members to the committee. A government spokesperson has said the members of the committee would be free to act independently.
Wicklow East Carlow independent TD Stephen Donnelly has a strong background in business and economics, and it was no surprise he was nominated to the banking inquiry. But now he has resigned after the Taoiseach added 2 extra senators to the inquiry committee to restore the government's majority.
He then subverted the democratic process in the Oireachtas by railroading through another 2 members to guarantee he had a majority, and he then in the Dáil, on the record, very explicitly stated that he would be using that majority in order to control the terms of reference.
This latest development comes after the government botched its initial Seanad nominations, giving the opposition a majority on the inquiry. But Minister Leo Varadkar said it was always the intention the inquiry would reflect party strength in the Oireachtas, and it will now proceed.
The inquiry is going to be held in public, and that means that bankers, regulators, senior officials and senior politicians will be called to account in public for the actions that they took.
And this afternoon, an attempt to defuse the controversy, with the government spokesperson saying Enda Kenny, along with the Taoiseach, had decided no whip would be imposed on government members. Meanwhile, Fianna Fáil and Sinn Féin nominees remain on the inquiry committee, but both parties are very critical of the Taoiseach's decision to add those extra members.
This was a mess last Friday when I left Leinster House. It's a bigger mess this morning, and I think government must do something to bring back credibility.
I think he was totally and absolutely wrong. Pierce Doherty at the time asked the 2 additional senators, Senator O'Keefe and Senator Darcy, to resign.
And the criticism is not just from the opposition.
Personally, I would have left well enough alone after the decision was made in relation to the choice of members. But what's done is done now. Instead of having 9 members with a government majority, we have 11 members with a government majority.
Rarely has a parliamentary inquiry been so controversial before it ever even gets off the starting blocks. And with the resignation of one of the committee members, the danger now is that the accusation of political bias will haunt this inquiry's hearings and its eventual findings. Joe McGraley, RTE News.